If they did Clayface in the Batman universe, do you think they could do some sort of take on deepfakes or find some other way to manifest his shapeshifting abilities in a realistic way? That's a really cool question, Raccoon Shampoo.
I think they're going to do something like they did with Mysterio and make it like a futurist villain because I do think the idea of a deepfake is something very present. I think that the Riddler represented exactly when that movie came out and then like 5 years earlier. I think we've got like the problem with trolls and people feeling like outsiders banding together and vengeance being people's main motivation. And, you know, I love that that movie goes from Batman being vengeance to Batman being hope. And I think that's a really important arc for people that are just full of rage. I also think we're entering an age of misinformation to a scale that we'll never come back from. I think that we're going into much the same way that vengeance is a present day problem. I think that if you look at the flaws with culture and community, is that we're all really angry. All of us feel like we're being slighted. All of us feel like we're being wronged by a thing. And so that is the Riddler. I think that the next thing we're about to deal with is we're not going to know what our reality is very soon. We are already entering an age where AI voiceover is it's so close to not recognizable. Like there are times I can't tell, and I'm really focused on this stuff. There are imagery uses that are already to the point where it's not quite there. You can tell sometimes the eyes, sometimes some of the framework. But if that's the stuff we're already seeing, that means that within a year it's going to be unrecognizable. I think that this is the last election that we're going to actually know what's real and what isn't. And that's still got an asterisk for me. I think there's going to be a lot of people using these tools for much bigger things than entertainment. So I think it's a really smart idea to have a character like Clayface represent the real world problems of we don't know how bad things are about to get for trust, for belief in systems bigger than ourselves, for talking to people you're not in the actual room with. We're going to be at a point in the next 5 years where someone can call you on FaceTime and you might think it's your mom and it's not. Like we're about to enter a really terrifying time where
Max Headroom timeline.
Voicemails are going to be useless.
Sure.
Texts are already useless because obviously you don't see the person writing it, but it's going to be as vague as a text, and that's around the corner. So I think in the same way, like he said, the Riddler being about the time, I think Clayface can represent that. And I think it's a really important thing when dealing with the Batman, who represents identities. A lot of people's big complaint about the first The Batman was Bruce Wayne wasn't in it enough. That's because Bruce Wayne doesn't exist yet. In this continuity, Bruce Wayne isn't formed because he makes the mask that is Bruce Wayne to cope with society. In this world, he's a recluse in a cave. He hasn't made the public persona of Bruce Wayne yet, so that's going to be the mask he develops. What better character to parallel Bruce Wayne making his mask than Clayface?
Absolute vodka.